Hi everyone, hello and welcome to Marina Love Tarot. In this video today, I wanted to let you guys know how to pick a card readings actually work so you can decide if this type of content is right for you or not. Here on display, we have 4 cards that clearly says yes or no. As you can see, they say yes or no. Why do I display them this way? Because this is an explanation video, meaning a video for you to know how do they work. Usually cards upside down or upright or reverse, they are for me who are reading. I mean, when we say a card is reverse, it's for me who is reading, not for the consultant of the viewer. But in this case, I put them this way so you can know what's going on. Then, as you see, they are all cards displays, all the option, yes or no. It's a yes or no question. There is no other one. Yes or no. How do these readings usually work? We just shuffle them. This is not a shuffling video, so there are plenty ways to shuffle, but we just shuffle them. I like to do this on camera so you can know that I'm not cherry picking anything. I already show you the cards, but we just shuffle and then spread them, usually face down. Why? Because the idea of this reading is that you go with your gut, with your intuition, your mind's eye, not with your eyes. Why? Because that's how the readings work. That's what makes the reading make sense in a way that if you already know the answer, then you wouldn't be looking for a video. We put the cards face down so you can choose which one you want. What is your intuition guiding you? Why is your intuition guiding you to a yes or a no if that's the type of answer you wanted? And usually some people it's like, oh, you're so accurate, or you're not accurate at all. And that's not the case, because my responsibility here is that you know that all the answers are on the table. But then if the answer is right for you or it isn't, that's go with your gut and why did your intuition guide you to the wrong or the right answer. So it's a way to check if we are aligned or not with our intuition. That's why. So yes or no are the simplest of them all. I chose this oracle, as I said, because it's the only one I own with. The simpler is yes or no, this content is clearly for you. I asked if it was right or no, or it wasn't. So this is how it usually works with the simplest of them all. Yes or not, oracle, in the oracle. The tarot version, the tarot reading, yes or no, and why it's a bit more difficult. Why? Because usually we have 78 cards in every deck, and every deck has 78, as I was saying. All the arcana, the 78 arcanas are cards that has a lot of meaning. And every card can be interpreted in a different way. There are also a lot of ways of shuffling, and there are many ways of interpret when yes or when no. When they say yes, when they say no, meaning some people use reversals, meaning most reversals means a no for some people. For some people, it's just the actual meaning of the card. I'm sorry, but also it depends on what cards are on display. So as I was saying, 78 cards, which are a lot, so it's way more complicated. That's why we usually ask you to focus on a question that yes is the most significant or most positive outcome for you, because if you start seeing a lot of cards that have a great meaning or enlightened or warm or beautiful meaning, we tend to say yes because it's more positive for us. That's why we want you to focus yes being the more positive. What do I mean by that? Usually it's like, oh, is my husband cheating? And we want to say no, and we assume you want the no to that question. That's why we ask you to reframe it in a way that, is he loyal to me? Because if it is, The answer yes is gonna be the more positive, and then we go through the meanings. That's how usually these readings works. But in any case, it's always more aligned with your intuition and when you've chosen one or another option, not solely on the reader's skill. Of course, skill is necessary, and more and more and more with the tarot, which is more difficult to do the interpretation, to do the reading. More difficult in the sense that it depends more on that part is on us, the readers, but the choosing is from you. And some people hate to hear that because they feel like we're blaming people, which is not true. We are just letting you guys know that you can choose differently because for some reason your intuition guided you to one or another reading, and that's how they work. It's simple, but I wanted to let you guys know so you can decide if you want to keep watching this type of content or not. Thank you.